Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book Ghettoside, a creation by Jill Leovy. Ghettoside, 2015, provides deep insights into how inner-city American police fail to protect the Black communities they should serve. The book delves into the issue of elevated homicide rates in these communities, offering historical context, addressing social consequences of violence, and proposing practical solutions. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Jill Leovy, an award-winning crime reporter at the Los Angeles Times, created the Homicide Report in 2007, a unique blog dedicated to covering every murder in Los Angeles with extensive personal insight. This book marks her debut as an author. With audio and text to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book. On StoryPlanet.net. To start, exploring reasons for police failures in Black communities, journalist Jill Leovy suggests a new approach to improving the relationship between police and Black communities by focusing on investigating and solving crimes rather than preventing them. Levy's research highlights the issue of low conviction rates for killers in Black neighborhoods. The emphasis is on the importance of addressing crime to build trust and facilitate prevention efforts. Key idea number 1. Black men in the US are disproportionately affected by homicide. In the United States, Black males living in inner-city districts face disproportionately high rates of homicides. Despite overall decreasing homicide rates in the US, Black males continue to be victims at a much higher rate, dating back to the 19th century. Authorities have not adequately addressed this issue. Key idea number 2. Many homicide perpetrators go unpunished. Black homicides involving male victims often go unsolved and unpublicized, with low conviction rates compared to other demographic groups. In Los Angeles, the conviction rate for Black homicide perpetrators was around 36%, similar to rates in the Jim Crow era. Killers of Black or Hispanic victims are less likely to be convicted and receive less severe penalties than those of white victims. Many cases involving Black victims are treated with indifference by the police and the general public. Historically rooted structural issues contribute to this situation. Key idea number 3. Historically, Black communities have not had exclusive control over the use of force by the state. The text discusses the concept of a state monopoly on violence, which ensures safety and rule of law. It highlights the lack of this monopoly in poor Black communities in the United States due to historical reasons originating from the Reconstruction and Jim Crow periods. The movement of Black communities to northern cities led to clashes with police and riots in the 1960s, contributing to a skepticism toward bureaucratic justice that still exists today in Black communities. Key idea number 4. Black communities developed alternate justice systems due to lawlessness. The lack of a state monopoly on violence in Black communities results in the development of alternate systems of justice that rely on violence and defy law enforcement involvement. This can lead to using violence as a legitimate means to settle disputes when legal recourse is unavailable. These informal justice systems operate through unwritten codes and allegiances, hindering law enforcement interventions such as obtaining witness testimonies. Consequently, communities with these shadow justice systems may experience challenges in solving crime and achieving high conviction rates due to the fear of retaliation against those who cooperate with law enforcement. Overall, these high-crime areas demonstrate that lawlessness contributes to the prevalence of violence and gangs, rather than the other way around. Key idea number 5. The text suggests that the emphasis of US police forces on preventive measures is not effective and harmful. The text discusses how misguided police policies that focus on preventative measures rather than investigations contribute to high crime and low conviction rates in Black communities. This approach leads to underfunded and understaffed detectives, resulting in incomplete investigations and lack of community trust. Preventative measures targeting minor crimes lead to mistrust and reluctance to cooperate in Black communities. The text suggests a need to shift focus from prevention to investigation for more effective policing in these communities. Key idea number 6. Police can build trust with the Black community by solving murders. Efforts to reduce homicides in poor Black communities are possible by increasing police solving of murder cases. Shadow justice systems often harbor information that can help solve crimes, emphasizing the importance of building trust with witnesses and communities. By prioritizing homicide cases and demonstrating value for victims' lives, police can rebuild trust in law enforcement within these communities. This approach could help shift from past practices and build a more positive relationship between law enforcement and Black Americans. In conclusion, the book emphasizes that when the criminal justice system does not respond effectively to violence, it leads to increased violence and low conviction rates in underprivileged Black communities. By shifting focus to solving homicides instead of harassing residents, police can make positive changes. Further reading recommended: Gang Leader for a Day by Sudhir Venkatesh, which explores the dynamics of a neglected community in Chicago. Email feedback to rememberstoryplanet.net. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.